I am a licensed physical therapist, and I work here at Georgetown Hospital and the Lombardi Center with patients to help them learn ways to stretch, improvise dance, to make them more comfortable, and free up some of their joints, reduce the stiffness. Today I'd like to show you some things that can be done in the bed. It's easier to improvise exercise in the chair. When you're stuck laying down, sometimes it's more difficult to figure out exactly what can I do here that would encourage movement or offer some relief from being in the bed. So the first thing that I plan to do is to open up the chest to release some of the tightness that constricts our breathing, constricts our digestion, and give you a little bit more freedom in your skeleton. So after that, we'll take a little rest, and then we'll do some lower body work. So to start with, if you can take the covers down as far off the bed as possible towards the foot of the bed, just so that there's no resistance down in the lower part. And you can leave the armrests up if they're up. You're going to try to lower the head of the bed and get rid of the pillow if you're able to tolerate laying flat. Laying as flat as you are able, you are going to start by just sliding your shoulder blades across your back towards your spine, so the wings of your shoulder blades are moving backwards and inward. Okay, it doesn't look like very much. We don't want it to be strenuous, but we're trying to open up the sternum area and move those shoulder blades a little bit. You can turn the palms up. That will help you emphasize the opening motion. And if you feel up to it, you can push your arms down into the bed. By pushing the arms down into the bed, you get a little bit more sense of opening and a deeper stretch. Taking the arms overhead will lift the ribs. Taking the arms across. Moves the ribs between each other. So this, you want to let your head roll. And then you would take a rest. Also, in this idea of rotating and rolling, you can use the handle. So what we've done so far is just to move the rib cage and to get used to not having a pillow behind your head. This is optimum because it reduces the resistance in your neck and it keeps you from closing off your throat, tightening in your abdomen, and gives you some freedom through your whole spine. One of the things about these beds that go up and down is that they're usually up, then a couple of pillows behind our head. And the next thing you know, this is our relaxed, neutral position. And this is part of why the spine is so uncomfortable after a while in a hospital bed. So we're going to do a little bit of lower body movement, similar rotation and a few lifting and lowering exercises. None of these activities should cause you pain. We just want to do what's easy, what's simple, but maybe come up with some patterns that you wouldn't have done before. So let's go back to laying down. We're going to just move the feet. You can make some circles or write the alphabet. Then we're going to just roll the legs. And if rolling the legs is uncomfortable, then you're going to skip the next section, which is sliding the leg up and down. And here you can see why we got rid of the colors. But if you had an egg crate or another mattress topper, this might be harder to do. If my knee didn't bend, I could still do something like that motion with a less bent knee. Now we're going to do a little rolling, lower body rolling. So we rolled with the upper back, and now we're going to roll with the lower back. When I move to the left, I want to let my left leg relax. When I move to the right one just flops onto the bed. From here we can lift the hips, come back down. So this is the motion I would use if I needed a bedpan. But the difference between doing it then and doing it now is the speed and the attention. I can relax my back, I can relax my shoulders. There's no pillow behind me to restrict me. So you're just feeling the motion all the way up through the back. And I'm going to take a rest and decide if I've already done enough. If I feel winded, uncomfortable, or anxious. And if I feel like I'd like to do some more, I'm going to engage in what I call the arm dance, which is just moving your arms to the music. It almost is like you're singing with your arms. Direct the orchestra. And then I add my head, and I can add as many other parts as I can get to move, or as I feel comfortable having move. So what we've done here is just an improvisation, so to speak, kind of exploring how we could move with gravity, how we can use the bed, our feet, our breath to create some space and to reduce tension. Certainly we don't want to create pain. This isn't physical therapy. This is dance and expression and a little bit of a stretch, but not we're not trying to strengthen you. We're not trying to make you be able to hop out of bed and walk. We really are just giving your body a chance to feel itself and move in space without pain, without effort, without gripping. So pick the movements that feel good to you, that feel relieving, that feel open, and work with those, and you can create your own dance from there. You can use the breath, you could do the whole thing on your side if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be, certainly if you're on your right side, you're not going to have as much movement with the right part of your body, but you can still create that fluid motion that really gives you so much space and inspiration. And then next time you're on your other side, you do the same thing on the other side. So make it up as you go along. Be sure that it's not causing you pain or discomfort. Ideally, when you're finished, you should feel a little more alive in your limbs, a little more breath in your body, and it may be experienced as a tingling sort of sensation. It may be It may just feel kind of tired, but something that your nervous system knows that you have moved and that you have created some patterns of motion that you don't normally do laying in the bed. So yes, ideally you would feel somewhat energized. Although at first people may feel a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired. Just do less, so that you can take it as slow as you need to take it. You can add on from day to day or from week to week. You'll come up with more moves of your own, and as long as they're not causing you pain, hopefully the experience will be positive and it will lift your spirits.